Hello. Hi. It feels like it's been such a long time, and I know it actually hasn't been that long. Time is such a weird thing these days. It's like a weekend feels like 2 years, an hour feels like 2 days. So I'm back. It feels so good to be connecting with you again in the face-to-face reading. And yeah, it feels like there's so much energy. There's been so many shifts. I've already seen a couple orbs as I was getting the camera set up. So we have our spirit guides here with us. And I just kind of want to dive into the cards today because I feel really tired. I wonder if you guys are feeling tired. The guidance or the messages that I've been getting around this sort of tiredness is that so much is going on within the masculine collective right now, and so many shifts and upgrades and kind of changes that the divine feminine counterpart is perhaps kind of helping assist in this by processing a lot. So there is this kind of like exhaustion feeling and kind of like confusion, like haziness. Like I've been seeing the Seven of Cups come up a lot, and the Seven of Cups is around choices and options and a lot going on and kind of not feeling super grounded and super kind of steady. So for me personally, I can't quite get my thoughts in alignment or clear, and no amount of sleep, no amount of coffee or tea is really helping with that. Yeah, so that being said, I'm just going to go to the cards for the messages instead of trying to kind of articulate and communicate some of the messages that I've been getting recently, and I will do a later video for that. So today I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible, but I am going to combine. I'm going to do a reading. This is going to be for both divine masculines and divine feminines. So if you are a divine feminine, I'm going to have messages for you. If you're a divine masculine, I'm also going to have messages for you. And then, you'll be able to kind of do some cross-watching to see what's going on with your counterpart. As always, take these messages as when I'm addressing the divine masculine, that could be your divine masculine within. When I'm talking about the divine feminine, that could be your divine feminine energies within. So always take it in that sense, and that's really going to deliver you really powerful kind of spiritual guidance, if you will, and that's kind of where you can take all this to the next level. Also, I just want to say this reading is timeless, so whenever you find it, know that it is meant for you. Time is an illusion. So as these messages come through and they're delivered, and whenever you find them, know that that's the correct time. Also, thank you so much for being here, all the new subscribers. Thank you for your likes, shares, and comments. I love it and appreciate it so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your donations to this work. So I have been seeing that come through, and I'm really, really grateful. And for booking private readings, and if you have booked a private reading with me, know that I was out of town this weekend, but I'm going to be getting to those this week. So I will be getting back to you all very, very soon. Okay, beautiful. So I am feeling like I want to clear the energy. Let's see. Okay. These little lighters are like blow torches. I don't know if you can hear that, but they crack me up. Okay. So thank you, angels, guides, benevolent beings, assistants, for being here, helping me deliver these messages in truth and clarity, and sharing exactly what we need to hear in this now moment. Okay, beautiful. All right, where do I want to start? Let's start with our good old energy deck. When in confusion, I find that this deck brings a lot of clarity. So we're going to grab some energy. We will start with the feminine energy. Bear with me as I shuffle. Okay. I keep shaking the camera. Okay. All right, Spirit. We'll take a couple cards for the feminine energy. So what is going on with the feminines right now? Oh boy. Okay. 4 cards. A couple cards turns into 4, but that's okay. Okay, great. So we have the feminine energies here, and then we'll start here. Okay, beautiful. So yeah, Rest and relaxation, feminines. I feel that there is a lot of integration. You know, we're kind of coming off of these tower moments that have been pretty intense and pretty heavy, and a lot of shifts, especially internally. So now is probably a time. It's not a time of kind of charging and bulldozing ahead. It's also probably not a time of acting on impulse or acting on inspirations or visions. For many, so the collective I'm speaking to, but for many, I feel like it's a time of like listening, taking on like whatever's coming through. Okay, I hear you. And then kind of just sitting with it for a minute. Perhaps journaling. I'm hearing body work. So this could be like in the form of massage, Reiki, acupuncture, you know, just something that's giving some attention, energy work, energy healing, some attention, that's Reiki, some attention to your body, because I personally have been feeling a lot of body aches and a lot of kind of pains, and I feel like it's all around this integration, and that's kind of how spirit will communicate with us when it's time to settle down, when it's time to go inward, is like giving us these discomfort so that we will slow down. So if you are experiencing that, take that as a big sign and a message from your guides that it is time to kind of go inward, divine feminines. We are getting cornucopia, the master 11 number. So for me, this is always a sign of inner union. And when you maintain this inner union, divine feminines, you are manifesting the outer union. You are manifesting, you know, when you're loving yourself and you are really fully in balance and in harmony, you are attracting that love outward. You are attracting it. So from all of your relationships in your life, you know, just seeing love in the expression of gifts and abundance and blessings and kind of miracles coming through, or walking down the street and all of a sudden it feels like everyone's smiling at you and everyone's in a good mood. So that's kind of like this energy and what this frequency represents. It's as you shine your light and you give it freely, you attract it back to you. And it could show up in many different ways, right? It can show up in all those things I just mentioned. And it can also show up in things that maybe have not quite been working out, things that have felt in disharmony and not quite in the flow, all of a sudden catching some breaks and catching some like gifts, like I said, like these miracles coming through. So as you continue to maintain this energy, you are opening this door, this blossoming abundance. You are starting to recognize that as this beautiful, powerful creator being, you have the power to draw and call worlds to you, to draw energies to you. And you are really leading and guiding this in your life. Like as you step out into the world, whoever you're engaging with in your life, you are a beacon. You are shining a light to others, whether they acknowledge you for it, whether they say it out loud or not. And remember that is, I don't want to say it's a double-edged sword, but it does come with a form of responsibility. As you shine, it can be a double-edged sword, which I don't really love that phrase, but it comes with a sense of responsibility. So as you shine this like beautiful, powerful light, you are sending out this vibration to others that then have to kind of recalibrate that energy within them. How does this energy make me feel? Do I feel whole and powerful in the presence of this energy, or does this make me feel less than? And granted, if they're feeling less than, that's not about you, divine feminine. It's actually you blessing them with this gift of being able to recognize that contraction, being able to recognize that dis-ease, so that they can then do the inner work, or look inward, direct that gaze inward. But what often you're going to find, and what people are often going to do, especially in the heat of the moment when that ego is in that reaction, is they're going to project that onto you. So know that that's the weight of that responsibility. You're going to be shining this bright light, and you're going to be creating this force field around you. They're showing me like an auric, like an energetic force field, where anything that is not quite harmonizing with that will have this, like, they'll try and come forward and then they'll be like, bink, and they'll kind of get like kicked out. And what's going to happen is some in your life that don't have the option to leave, They don't have the option to just exit. So whether that's like you're in contracts, you're in agreements, business, whatever, you know, this person is in your life for some reason, there's going to be this like standoff. So they'll be wanting to escape and wanting to run, and it's kind of that fight or flight. So depending on the disposition of whoever this person is, they could project some of that fight onto you. They want to flight, they want to run, but they're not quite able to. But the lesson for you and the upgrade for you, Divine Feminine, is to keep shining your light regardless, to keep stepping deeper and deeper into your abundance and knowing that it's all on path, that any sort of discomfort or anything that feels like it's not quite in harmony, it's not. Divine Feminines can be really hard on themselves. I mean, so can Divine Masculines. All of us are really hard on ourselves, but it's that like, oh, well, if something's coming up in my life that's not feeling good, I must be doing something wrong. And Spirit has been really revealing to me that is a very outdated mode of kind of spirituality, and that we are here to transmute that and let go of that. So if something's coming up in your environment that's not feeling quite good, maybe it is conflict, it does not mean that you are doing something wrong or that you are off path or that you are being punished by God or the universe. Please, 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 if a teacher says that to you, whether they're a twin flame teacher, whether they are a spiritual teacher, I don't care who it is, and maybe you still do resonate with some of their other messages, but whenever they send that message, please just toss it in the bin. Do not take that on. That is very, very outdated, and that gets us into spiritual perfectionism and spiritual bypass. So if you are experiencing disharmony and conflict, Divine Feminines, know that it is because your light is increasing and you have stepped forward as you've answered the call by Spirit, where Spirit is asking you, please take this beautiful, powerful, potent energy that you have and go out into the world, spread your message, give it to others, and allow it to transmute. And that transmutation can be very uncomfortable. It's not always going to be perfect in harmony and butterflies and unicorns and rainbows. It's not always going to feel good for that other person, but it's not your business, because it's not your job to help them through it. It's not your job to fix them. And as I'm saying this, I'm also hearing this could be in your relationship with your Divine Masculines, Divine Feminine. It is not your job to hold their hand through this. It is not, if you are triggering them, that is about their trigger. And if they're not in a place yet to hear and understand that, or that they're not really willing to do that inward gaze, that is not your problem. You are only being asked, and this is the role that the twin flames hold on this planet and in society. So Divine Masculines that are doing that inward gaze, that are stepping into their mastery, that is your role as well. Once you step into your power, once you step into that Emperor, that you go out into the world and you will probably trigger others, you will probably get some reactions on you, but it's your job to not take it personally. It's your job to not overextend your energy. It's almost like you come in. Oh my God, the image I'm getting is like you step into an environment and there's like people have these like little bubbles around them, like think of like a balloon, and this balloon is protecting them from the truth. This balloon is keeping them from the truth, right? And you just come in, do, like you're having a great time. You're just like, hey, what's up? How's it going? You take your little pinprick and you go, boop, and then you're like, bye. And you walk away. So that's what they're showing me. And it's not from a place of malicious intent, and it's not from a place of like stirring shit up because you're addicted to drama. It's not from any of that. It's really just honoring and accepting that this is your mission. This is your place, and this is the work that you're here to do. And you're doing this individually, twins, in your lives, in your world. You've been doing this for a long time, whether you were conscious of it or not. Okay, so you've been doing this in your life for a long time. The trick is right now we're coming into this point of inner mastery where there's this awareness of, oh, this is not bad. I'm not gonna get into that spiritual perfectionism and guilt and blame and shame myself for having this effect on others. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to cherish it. I'm going to honor it. And I'm going to say, thank you for this blessing, Spirit Creator. Thank you. I will deliver this message for you because I'm a channel of that unconditional love. And unconditional love is truth. And truth is sometimes putting that little pinprick into the bubble that people have created that has kept them away from their truth and their divinity. Wow, powerful message that just came through from 2 cards. And because of all this work that you guys are doing in this realm, Divine Feminines, you're needing to take a lot of extra rest and care. Self-care is huge, and you do have the Angel of Balance with you at this time. So if you are feeling a little bit shaky, know that this beautiful divine presence is with you to kind of counteract anything that's going on in your 3D. And that's the other one. We also have Healer of the Ages on the bottom of the deck. So yes, this is the archetype that both twins are stepping into and embracing. You are a healer, and healing is not linear. It's not always going to be those rainbows and butterflies. It's not. Healing can get really messy, and to the ego, it can be perceived as really ugly and uncomfortable. But know that you are so fully supported. Okay. Wow, what a message. Oh, the last thing I was going to say about that is I know that the feminines have really been in this place with in the 3D. So I think that message really came through because as you're going deeper and deeper into the 3D and the density and all the difficulty, you're going to experience contraction and disharmony because your vibration is raising so much. I'm going to take that card. It didn't flip over, but it was calling my name because this is for the Divine Masculines. Wow. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay, one more card, Spirit. Yeah. Okay, Divine Masculines. Wow. Caring Connections is right under. We're not going to take it, but just know that what you're going through right now, underneath it is this beautiful caring connection that you have. Bottom of the deck is Patience, Divine Masculines. Okay, so the first card that we are getting out is the Thinking Woman. And what I'm hearing with this card for you right now, Divine Masculines, is that your Divine Feminine is probing a lot of internal thought and growth and awareness for you. He or she is pushing you towards this understanding, this deeper and deeper understanding. She is like this. It's like if you can't quite make sense of this journey, if you can't quite make sense of the changes, if you can't quite make sense of yourself or of spirit, if it's like hard to understand spirit at this moment in time, all you need to do is look to her because she is vibrating that frequency and she's holding that vibration. And that is bringing about a lot of insight and understanding for you. And you may not know it. You may not, because sometimes I feel like as masculines, you're waiting for the obvious overt thing. You're waiting for that sign to like smack you in the face and for it to be undeniable. But that's not how spirit works. That's not how faith works. Faith works in the subtle realm. It works in the feelings. It works in the emotions. It works in those like subtle moments of like seeing a butterfly and something about the feeling you had when you saw the butterfly reminds you of your great-grandmother. Do you know what I mean? It's super subtle. And if you're not open to it, if you're kind of shut down because you're really stuck in that third density or, you know, fear, financial constraints, 3D ideas and conditioning around how do I live, how do I survive in the world, then you're going to have a hard time hearing those and seeing those and feeling those. So what Spirit is actually giving you, the blessing and the gift that the Creator is giving you right now, Divine Masculines, is your feminine. She is that channel to the above and the below for you. She is that channel. So if you're ever questioning God, if you're ever questioning Spirit or this journey, look to her and her light. That is something that is unexplainable. It's so interesting because this message has just come out. A good friend of mine, a Divine Feminine friend of mine, got this very similar channeled message for the divine masculines that she shared with me yesterday. And it's so funny because when I go into these channeling sessions, I don't know what's going to come up. And this is so what's coming up. And so I just love how there's this collective consciousness of what's occurring. So divine masculines, this is a gift for you. And Spirit's going to show up to us through something that we believe in. And you believe in your divine feminine. You believe in her power. You believe in her strength. You believe in her purity and divinity. You believe in her light. So that is how Spirit is showing itself to you. Because if you're not open to messages or signs in other ways, if you're kind of stuck in the density, then Spirit's going to reveal itself how it can. So what I'm hearing is when you're in doubt, when you're unsure, when you're confused, when you're feeling really, really like that Eight of Swords energy, like bound, tied, just like everything's caving in on you, just tune into her or his energy for like 2 minutes and you'll feel it. Connect to that. Whether you're in communication or not, maybe reach out, maybe, don't limit the messages that are coming through and how to clear that channel, because you always have a channel as twin flames. You are always connected. That channel is always there. But again, the density can really take you out of that awareness of that channel, and it can really cloud it. Because what I'm seeing for the divine masculines, it's so funny because I do feel like the divine feminines are really in the 3D, but I'm seeing with these cards that the divine masculines are very much in the 3D right now. They're working on their first chakra, which is that root chakra, which is that healing around foundations, beliefs, worth, money, making sure that you have a home, that you have a roof over your head, that you can feed yourself. These themes might be coming up, but what I want to show you that was so beautiful in the way that these cards came out, divine masculines, is we got financial constraints, and then there was a card hidden beneath it, and it was the door to value. So for you right now, divine masculines, you are recognizing that you are a powerful creator being, that you are the one that walks through that. You're the one that opens that door, you're the one that walks through that door, or you're the one that sits outside of that door. It's all on you. You have the power of that choice and that knowing, and that is what's being healed right now. Archangel Michael, I think of Archangel Michael as like the boss man, and of course there's no like hierarchies with angels and in the higher dimensions, right? That's something that we do down here on earth, and they're like, oh, these people, why do they do it? But anyways, I just like to think of him that way because he is just so powerful, and so he comes through and he slices through any bullshit. He slices through any illusion, delusion, stories. So anything that you have right now, divine masculines, that you are clinging to, you are attached to, you are feeling fear or discomfort around when it comes to that root chakra, know that you're being very, very supported and guided on releasing this at this time. There's nothing that you need to be fearing. And there is this person, this human, this divine being, this soul that is over here holding this frequency and shining light on this path for you and saying, there's freedom over here. When you decide the war is over, when you decide the struggle is over, and I'm over here and I'm maintaining this for you. I am staying in inner union for you. I'm shining this light for you, not just for you, for the world, but I'm calling you over here so that we can do this together side by side, because it's a big, big mission, and the time has come to join forces in this mission. It is not about the individual solo expression of this mission any longer. It is about the unifying of this mission. And I do see, divine masculines, that there is some pain. But again, both twins are coming off of these tower moments. Yeah, I'm feeling constriction in my chest. Okay, so let's ask, what is the spirit advice for divine masculines at this time? Okay. Put the defeat behind you, Five of Swords. Let go of this defeat, Divine Masculines. Step, Eight of Cups. Step onto your spiritual path. Walk away from anything that is not serving you in your highest good and your highest exaltation. If someone is not willing to see you in your divinity and your light, then they are not for you. If someone is not willing to respect you, then they are not for you. If someone is trying to control you, if something is controlling you and you are giving your power away to it, money, material possessions, status, image, it is not for you. And you are at a precipice, you are at a crossroads at this moment in time where I keep hearing, and I'm gonna butcher this poem, but it's like two paths diverge in the woods. It's like a very famous, if you know, tell me in the comments. But the masculines are at this point, there's like these two paths, and there's this one of materialism and greed and ego, and there's this spiritual path. There is this spiritual path to union, to harmony, to alignment, to truth, to authenticity. And the spirit guidance is go. We're getting the Fool. Go, Divine Masculines, step onto this path, move forward with abandon, with trust. You are supported, you are guided. And I'm hearing that you've already made the choice, because Spirit's not going to allow you to play small anymore. So you have been getting a pass on this playing small for a while, and that time has come, and it's no more. It's no more. Okay, what is the spirit guidance for Divine Feminines at this time? Oh, wow. We get 4 cards once again, Divine Feminines. Okay, I'm going to take them all, and I will briefly chat about them. Okay, we are still getting 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck for the Divine Feminines, so I feel that for the Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines right now, it's about releasing the past, releasing the defeat, releasing this feeling of it's me against you, we're out of harmony, we're at odds, we're not working together. Start acknowledging and being very aware that you are working together, you are in harmony, you are already in union, and whether you're conscious of this yet or not, it's happening. Okay, so for Divine Feminines, we are getting the Princess of Wands. So this is about this inspired new beginning. And I know earlier in the message what came through is it's not necessarily about acting on it at this time. It's about resting and rejuvenating. However, if you are getting really clear messages and clarity around the direction you want to go, the action and the spirit guidance is to start calling it in as a powerful creator. Start calling it in. So start manifesting it, being really clear, get really clear on what it is you want and what you're calling in. So specificities are coming up. I know for a lot of Divine Feminines, travel, moving, literally like moving. And this is a card of a lot of movement, okay, and travel. So if that's something that's coming up for you, really listen to that, really honor it at this time, because there's a very inspired new beginning. This is that primal Kundalini sort of using the sexual energy as a movement forward, okay? So Divine Feminines, while you're in this process of integrating and resting, maintaining balance, harmonizing, maintaining inner union, Spirit is communicating with you, because the Wands is all about that spirit-guided knowledge, intuition, yeah, it's that spirit, yeah. So pay attention to these messages. Pay attention to the things that get you really excited and amped up. Pay attention to the things that kind of drive you wild, right? They make you feel that feeling, right? Those are the things that Spirit's giving you those feelings to move you towards them. Look at all this Wands energy, you guys. And then we're getting the 8 of Wands. So Divine Feminines, it's forward momentum, it's forward progression. There are no more blocks or barriers to your new beginning at this time. There are no more holdups. There is no more pauses and waits. You have cleared, you have done this work, and you are free. You have gained your sovereignty. It is time to move forward in this action. So temper that with the balance, temper that with resting and taking care of yourself and self-nurturing and all that beautiful energy work. And then also really just be listening, like, what's the inspiration? What is Spirit getting me excited about? listen to the timing and the spark when that comes up for you, and then move forward wholeheartedly. I know this card can speak to communication. So for many, if you are feeling guided to heal communication, to reach out, perhaps to your divine masculine, perhaps to a friendship, perhaps to someone in your life that maybe you haven't, it's opening the gates of communication, okay? So for many in this collective, I know that when I'm speaking to most of you that watch this collective, you know that we are not living in this old paradigm of like the man has to lead and they have to go first and whatever, even if you're a divine masculine or divine feminine, that it's not about this like gender roles of energy. So in these unions, if you are being guided and called to be moving forward, then do that. If you are being guided and called to sit still and hold and to wait and to allow them to step into their divinity and power, do that. So it's really about that guidance that's coming in. What's coming in, you got to trust it, you got to listen to it. And we have the High Priestess here. So yes, you are the High Priestess, and also you are getting a lot of messages and they could be rocking the boat. They could be causing a lot of change. Rapid change. That's what I'm hearing, because this is all very fast energy. So the spirit guidance is expect miracles, expect change to happen in the blink of an eye, expect from one day you to be on this trajectory, on this path, kind of just minding your own business, and then that could all change in 4 hours. That could all change tomorrow. As we've been talking about time and time not being linear, that's a big thing that's been coming up. Like I didn't make, the last time I made a video I think was on Friday, and it feels like I haven't made a video in like a year. So it's like time is so weird. And so it's really about just like allowing this transformation, allowing this crumbling. The Tower can be such a beautiful energy if you work with it, if you surrender and submit to it, and you work with the way it's moving you. That's something that both twins have really been trying to master. Okay. I'm trying to decide what deck I want to go to. I want to pull from this deck one more time. Okay. Spirit, I'd love... I didn't ask the question yet. Okay. I didn't ask the question, so I know Spirit knows what I was asking, like obviously, but we're going to start over. Okay. I want to know... Okay, divine masculines are ready to talk. So what was happening in my brain is I wanted to know what was going on in the divine masculine's heart space at this time. And they were really ready to talk. Let's see if anything else wants to come up. The same cards, literally. So it's the same cards. Okay. Oh, divine masculines, you're ready to talk. And we're getting the Devil on the bottom of the deck, but I'm hearing that this is actually passion. This is raw, unbridled, uncontainable. I don't know what the word is they want me to say. It's something like just like that raw, like passion, like trust your desires, divine masculine. They are not leading you astray. Your desires are meant to be fulfilled. Okay, so the divine masculines, what's on their heart space? We are getting the Hierophant. This is a deeper and deeper commitment. This speaks to marriage. This speaks to spiritual journey. This speaks to knowing clarity, committing yourself to a higher path, a higher love, a higher calling. Underneath that was the Three of Pentacles. This is about collaborating and working together in the material world. So the divine masculines in their heart space, they are wanting to ground this union with a deeper commitment in the material world. We also got the Queen of Pentacles. This is the card that wanted to come up. What's on the heart space? It's their divine feminine. And they're seeing their divine feminine as this master of the material world with the pentacles here, this abundant, very connected to nature, very connected to the earth, very connected to the senses. This is like the epitome of the divine mother, the divine nurturer, the divine queen, like of this world. And then underneath that, the Princess of Swords. This is about learning. So on the heart space, the masculines are very open. They're very open to learning. I feel that you guys and gals, divine masculines, are very open to kind of expanding your knowledge and what you actually know to be true about this connection and about this journey and about this work. And underneath that was Judgment. And this is all about awakening. This is about that, taking a clear look at your life and a clear look at what has been occurring, and using the clarity of your truth, your wisdom, your knowing to kind of see it all equaling out, see it all in its highest exaltation. It's judgment, it's accountability, it's taking score. I don't like that. Not taking score, assessing. So that's what's going on in the heart space. That's a lot, Divine Masculines. And boy, were you ready to share. You were very open, and you really, those came right out. So Divine Feminine, where are the Divine Feminines on their heart space at this time, Spirit? Oh, Divine Feminines. Okay. Yeah. So we're getting the 7 of Wands. This is a little bit of a defensive energy. It's a little bit of a protecting, a guarding. So with the messages earlier with the 3D world, it does feel like maybe you are being attacked. It does feel like you are having to hold your guard and stand your ground, and you may be getting resistance from those around you. You may be getting difficulty. And I'm not actually hearing for most of you that this is with your masculine at this time. This is actually just that, like, as I step into my power, look at all the pushback I get. And it's kind of like, you know, working through that. But trust and know that you're supported by the divine. So anything that falls away, anything that isn't working, let it go. It's not for you. And you will be supported. If you're meant to be supported, if that situation is meant to sustain, you will be supported by spirit. So trust that, Divine Feminines. But that's really, the heart space is very like guarded. And you should be, rightfully so. You know, don't let just anyone into your space. If someone's not showing up for you, if someone's not in your corner, and it's not about convenience when it's on their time. No. If someone's not showing up for you when you need them, or when it's divinely guided for them to be there for you, then they're not for you. Okay? So we are also getting the Ace of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords in the heart space for the Divine Feminine. So there's some heartbreak, there's some pain, there is this feeling of separation, there's this feeling of the Divine Feminines have really put in the work, and they've been patient, and they've been working on themselves, and they've been calling themselves forward. And I'm just hearing like a collective of you saying, like, when is it going to be my time? When do I get this new beginning, this promised new beginning grounded in the 3D? When is that coming for me? And it's not even like I'm not feeling an angerness or a bitterness or envy even. I don't feel distortion around this energy. I feel like a pure like heart, like, like, okay, Spirit, I'm trusting you. I'm on the path. I'm walking, but like I'm hurting, and I'm processing it, and I'm allowing it to transmute me and to evolve me and to grow me on this journey, because at this point, the Divine Feminines know that anything that occurs on their journey is only ascending them higher. It's only moving them deeper and deeper into their truth and their authenticity and their power. So it's not like there's a resistance to this heartbreak. There's a willingness and there's an openness to feel it and to go into it. But there is this like, okay, but like, what about this beautiful new beginning? Okay, so let's grab some spirit angel guidance for both twins, but we're going to start with the Divine Feminines in regards to this. Let me shuffle these really quick. Where is this new beginning for the Divine Feminines? What can you tell the Divine Feminine Spirit about this new beginning grounded in the material world? Oh boy. Okay. Wow, we got that card. We got that card yesterday, or seed time. What is time? Wow. Okay, a bunch of cards came out. Do I want to take all of them? No. Okay, but we'll take these 3. Okay. I love these cards, and so many wanted to come out, and I wanted to make sure I didn't leave any messages that weren't meant to come. So this card that's coming out again is career transition. So some of you are really working, and that might be this 3D. There might be that you might be going through some constriction around it in this 3D, because there are shifts and changes that need to be made. So this is Archangel Shamuel. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So anything that's changing Any of this coming in, Divine Feminines, trust it's for the highest good. It's for your highest good and highest benefit, and it's time. My nose gets so itchy when I channel sometimes, so please forgive me. I'm not trying to be rude. Ask Archangel Chamuel for support if you're feeling a little wobbly with this energy, because this is not for the weak, this energy that I'm holding in my hands right now. I can feel this, and this is like, ugh. But just as we are asking you, beautiful divine masculines, to surrender and to trust and let go of that need to control, divine feminines, spirit is asking you to do the same at this time. Okay, we're also getting leadership. So this is Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So I feel that this is very connected to that that message from the beginning of this reading for you, divine feminines, where lovingly guiding others is sometimes providing them a trigger. And it's not like you're doing it intentionally. You're not manipulating it. It's just what's occurring. So this is your position of leadership, and I'm hearing that these are very connected, that if you're not being honored in a position of leadership where you're currently at in your career, spirit is moving it out of the way so that you can step into something where you are respected and honored in your position of leadership. And in regards to, because we did ask a very specific question about where is this new beginning for the divine feminines, I feel that this is our answer card for that. So this is Archangel Zadkiel. So this is compassion. Soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So get out of any of this spiritual perfectionism. Get out of any of this blame, game, shame. Step into forgiveness and know that it's coming. When you open your heart to compassion and forgiveness, and you soften your heart to everyone, so if that is your divine masculine, that's the guidance. If that is yourself, that's the guidance. If there is a third party situation or whoever's involved in this, spirit is asking you to soften your heart. And that comes with that Three of Swords. So continue to allow your heart to break open, divine feminines. Continue to feel, continue to heal, continue to really soften into that. And your Ace of Pentacles is right below that. Beautiful. Okay, so thank you, angels, so much for that message. Divine masculines are so ready to talk today. I don't know if you saw that, but those cards literally just flipped out. So what is the angel guidance for the divine masculines? They have been getting this card so much. Beloved one. This is also Archangel Chamuel. So divine masculines, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So the divine masculines are being supported by Archangel Chamuel in these twin flame connections. I don't really have anything else to say about that, but Archangel Chamuel is all about healing of these relationships, and he's been walking with you, divine masculines, for a while, because this card has come up in personal readings. This card has come up so much for the divine masculines. We are also getting chakra clearing. This is Archangel Metatron. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Beautiful. Yes, divine masculine. So this is actually a message I have been getting for you guys, that there have been some blockages in some of your chakras. Yeah, so if you're feeling pressure, you know, you've been clearing that root chakra, you've been clearing the sacral chakra around your sexuality, your kundalini, your power, you've been clearing your third chakra, the solar plexus, around your self-worth and your clarity and your inner knowing. And then there's the heart chakra, and the heart chakra has been going through so many upgrades. And then the throat chakra, speaking your truth. And then the third eye, and like being able to decipher the messages. And then the crown chakra, opening to the above and to the, you know, so there's so many beautiful things. And if you're asking for support, call on Archangel Metatron. He will come in, and he, you know, as you're falling asleep, maybe set an intention before you're going to bed, before you enter into dream space. Just say, Archangel Metatron, please support me while I sleep in clearing my chakras and any upgrades I need, any healing I need in this place. And so it is, and it is done, and trust it and let it go. Wow. Okay, I'm feeling called to pull one more deck. This is the Romance Angels deck. think we'll just get like 1 or 2 cards. I don't want to do it specifically for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. It's almost like I want to know where the union's heading. So we're going to grab like union energy from this deck. Okay, Spirit, tell us about union energy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, bottom of the deck, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life, twins. Oh, twins. And then we're getting religious factors, and I love this card for twin flames. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing or spiritual path. So this connection, what's going on with the union, it is influenced by the spiritual path. Is it not? It is about a spiritual path. It is not about a romantic relationship. It is about the pathway home to God, the pathway home to yourself. What a beautiful confirmation that we're getting from the angels. Thank you, angels. And then we're getting very soon. This card does not come up. Like, I never get this card. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So these unions are coming in hot and heavy very soon. So stay clear. Know and identify both twins, Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines. Know exactly what it is you're calling in and stay clear on those intentions. What is your wish fulfillment? What is that 9 of Cups energy? What do you truly want? Don't spend time thinking about what's in the way and what's not working and what needs to change and like, oh, well, I can't have it now because of A, B, and C, or I'm working on this, blah, 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 blah. No. Get clear on what you truly want, and that's how it's able to come to you. Mic drop. I mean, I don't even know what to say. What a powerful, powerful reading. I love when that happens. I was feeling so wobbly and like unclear prior to the reading, and I'm so happy that I was still able to channel some strong messages for you beautiful twins. So thank you so much for being here. If you like this content, please give it a like. If you feel inspired to donate, I appreciate all donations and know that anything that you put out into the world comes back to you tenfold. So thank you so much for being here. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, all that information is in the description box below. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys so soon.